Hey everybody, welcome back to Box Nest. My name's Tyler, aka the Box Nest Owl. So, you're probably wondering, dude, what the hell are you doing? Game of Thrones ended like a long time ago. Which, yeah, I know. And I am actually caught up. I've seen the finale, so I'll probably be leaving my theories as to what happens out of the reviews from now on because I know exactly what happened. And besides, that's not that bad. If you love Game of Thrones as much as I do, then you want Game of Thrones pretty much all year round. So hey, now you have this little extra Game of Thrones whenever you want it, pretty much. But anyways, I digress. Alright, so this week I am reviewing episode 8 of season 6 called No One, Game of Thrones. And yeah, so clearly this one's gonna be a little bit Arya-centric, just based on the title. But we don't start with Arya, we start with Cersei and the mountain? Yes, the mountain. Oh, no, sorry. Because, like, he's the Hound's brother, and I was just thinking about the Hound, who's, like, my next discussion topic. But anyways, yeah. So, Cersei and Zombie Mountain guy, who, actually, now that I think about it, isn't a zombie, but I'll explain that in a bit. Basically, they're just walking through the courtyard, and then, oh, hey, look, it's Cousin Lancel arrives. He says, yeah, hey, Cersei, we need you to come to the Sept. And then Cersei's like, I don't want to go. And Lancel's like, well, that's not an option. Boys, take her out. And then one of the like, I forget what those guys are called. I think the Faith Militant guys. He takes his like club and tries to hit the mountain with it. And the mountain's like, oh wow, that's cute. Okay, let me show you my moves. And then he grabs the guy, literally rips his head off in front of everybody, right? And this was the scene where they had that whole line where Lance was just like, order man to step down or there will be violence. And then Cersei's like, I choose violence. Sorry, that's my Cersei impression. That's the best I can do. My voice dropped, I'm sorry, I can't do lady voices. But yeah, so basically, I choose violence. Basically, they go back and they tell the High Sparrow, like, yeah, no, this chick's not compliant. So High Sparrow clearly manipulates Tommen into being all like, hey everybody, King Tommen here, just wanted to let you guys know that trial by combat is illegal now. So, yeah, no doing that anymore. So, which Cersei's like, shit. And then Qyburn's like, by the way, the secret is real. So, I mean, now knowing what the end of the series is, because I actually did watch the next episode after this one and the finale, it's a little disappointing that what I thought it was this whole reveal might be, was just not that. But basically, I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat, I thought that, because Tywin Lannister, who is Cersei's dad, wiped out the entire houses of House Rhaen and House Tarbeck, and that's why the song The Reigns of Castamere exists, and why everybody's so afraid of House Lannister, pretty much. Like, I thought that the High Sparrow was the secret surviving member of one of those houses, and that's why he was being such a dick. But, as it turns out, nope, that wasn't anything. The High Sparrow's just a religious fanatic, so, yeah. But, basically, yeah, this was a little disappointing to me just because I felt like the mountain was underused. And I did say I was going to explain why he's not really a zombie. And it's pretty much that Oberyn never actually killed the mountain. The mountain crushed Oberyn's head like a grape. And then he was just kind of poisoned. He never really died. So, yeah, he's not technically a zombie, right? He's just purple, I guess? I don't know. We only ever see his eyes, so... yeah, but also, I don't know, it's a little disappointing that I won't get to see a trial by combat because it's starting to seem as if a lot of production based moves are being made so as to accommodate whatever massive battle is going to happen, or does happen actually, in episode 9. I keep acting like I haven't seen the show before because, you know, that's how it was in like the other reviews, but like now I've seen everything, so it's kind of like, ugh, it's out there now. I know what happens. I can't really pretend that I haven't, but because I mean, I'm sure like most of you have, so I've seen it, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's King's Landing. Overall, not incredibly disappointed with it, but I do feel like it was sort of anticlimactic the way it played out. But either way, it was alright. So I guess in terms of, anyways, moving on. So next we head over to the Riverlands, wherein the Hound is kind of just hunting down the Brotherhood without banners, basically, because in the last episode, if you remember, I talked about, or if you remember seeing it, I don't know, whichever. I don't know. Some people just like jump onto these things. Some people have been like with me throughout the series, so I don't really know which one you are because I'm talking to a camera and not actual people. Well, maybe actual people. I don't know. Are you watching this? Like the video if you've actually seen this, please, because I don't know. I can't tell. That's the only way I would be able to tell. Do it. But yeah, regardless, so the Hound is in the Riverlands, and like you just see like these Brotherhood without banners guys. There's 2 young guys and 2 old guys, right? And this young guy's like, I've never kissed a girl before, and the old guy's like, oh, I'll teach you how to do it. And it's like, really, you will? To which I was like, are these guys gonna kiss? Because I just kind of thought of this, like, how are you gonna, I mean, yes, you could probably give him some theoretical stuff, but in terms of the application part, I think you would literally need to kiss this guy. So it's like, this is how you kiss a girl, buddy, come here. So he like puts his hand on the flat of his back, and another hand around the neck, like cradling it. And then he takes his finger and shoves it in the dude's asshole, and he's like, oh no, what the hell, man? And my thing was, like, is he genuinely disappointed he didn't learn how to kiss girls properly? Which, I don't know, man. it was like stupid funny. And basically, like after that whole display, the Hound's just kind of like casually walking through the woods. Just walks up, chops off like the young guy's head, kills the other guy with like the same axe that he picked up from the last episode, and then just like he just proceeds to murder them all. He hits the guy who shoved the finger in the butt, in his balls. And he's like, I think he just like screams like "fuck you," and then the Hound's just like, "Is that really all you got? Dude, you're shit at dying." And he just kills the guy. That was it. And then later, he meets up with Beric Dondarrion and Thoros of Myr, and like one other guy who I don't know who that guy was, but basically they're pretty much like the real Brotherhood without banners, and they're in the midst of hanging those same guys from the last episode who had pretty much they were like the 3 guys who killed the Mountain's hippie friends. So the Mountain asks if he can kill them instead, and it's like, no, we're bringing them to justice ourselves. It's like, come on, man, I just watched all my friends get killed by these guys. You gotta let me kill them. And it's like, okay, fine, you can kill 2 out of the 3, but you have to hang them. And it's like, you guys are shit at games. So he kills one of them, it's the random one, who I don't know who that was. And then he kills the other one in the yellow cloak, who I'm pretty sure is Lemon Cloak, and he murders him, and that guy's dead now. And yeah, so then Thoros and shit, what's his name? It's got the eye patch. I literally just said his name. I don't know what's wrong with me, but basically, yeah, Thoros of Myr and Beric Dondarrion. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I don't know who I just thanked. I guess God. Because there's nobody else here. But, yeah, no, they're like, hey, want to join up with us? And then the Hound's just like, I don't want to. It's like, come on, buddy. You know you want to join us. It's like, ugh, fine, I'm not doing anything. So, yeah, they just become, like, the unstoppable foursome because, well, okay, like, there's 4 of them, but I seriously have no idea who the hell that other guy is. Like, might as well just be 3. But yeah, that seems to be where the Hound is right now. He's just kind of with these guys, and I guess shenanigans will ensue. Yeah, next we cut over to the rest of the Riverlands, more specifically River Run, where Jaime has turned the siege into a much more respectable looking one, and then Brienne shows up. So Brienne basically comes into the camp and is like, I need to talk to Jaime Lannister because it's important, and, you know, he knows me, so, like, we're cool. And so Brienne goes to talk to Jaime. Meanwhile, outside, Podrick is, like, sneak attacked by Bronn, who basically is like, hey, kid, what's going on? I haven't seen you in forever. I seriously thought you'd be dead by now, but you're not. That's great. And he's like, yeah, gee, thanks. Well, you know, I mean, Brienne's teaching me how to fight. And it's like, are you hitting that? Because, you know, you have that magic dick from, like, season 2, right? And he's like, what? No, she just teaches me how to fight and shit. It's like, okay, alright. And then, basically, Bronn decides, you know what? She might be teaching you how to fight, I'm going to teach you how to fight dirty. So, I mean, I think that would actually be pretty useful for Podrick to learn, because then, like, I mean, it's one thing that knights kind of, you know, they fight with honor, but, like, I think Podrick will be getting some real experience on how to get a leg up on probably more experienced fighters, because, I mean, like I said, they fight with honor, so if you use, like, more dirty tactics, I suppose, then he'll probably have a better chance of, like, winning against more experienced opponents, which is good. So that's fun. And plus, Bronn is always fun to see. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the tent, Jaime and Brienne are talking, and then Brienne's like, I saved Sansa Stark so you can have the sword back, and Jaime's like, wait, whoa, you actually did it? Didn't expect Sansa to be alive, but okay, yeah, no, good on you. You can keep the sword, though. That's kind of yours for life. And then Brienne just kind of is like, oh my god. And then Jaime's like, yeah. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you around. I feel like there is a mutual adoration between those two, but, like, I feel like Brienne is more in love with Jaime, whereas Jaime's just kind of like, I mean, yeah, we're cool, right? So, I mean, I don't know, but I could be wrong, but I feel like, you know, it's good to have an actual platonic relationship once in a while that doesn't have to lead to sex, because, yeah, I think there's, like, too many of those, pretty much. But, either way. I don't know. I mean, I ship it, but whatever. But regardless, Brienne requests permission to talk to the Blackfish so that she can get the Tully army to go north to help Sansa and Jon try and take Winterfell, which Jaime's like, alright, good luck, but I'm just letting you know right now that Tully guy is a dick. And honestly, he kind of is a little bit. He's a very gruff old man who's just, like, tired of the world, it seems. But he sees that Sansa is a lot like Catelyn, so he decides, I mean, he doesn't necessarily say no, he just kind of says not right now, because he's in the middle of a siege, and basically, I mean, I guess, like, once the siege is done, he's willing to go and, like, help them out, probably. But yeah, after that, basically, Brienne's like, yeah, we don't really have the time to wait for the siege to be over, so I guess this is when we say I failed, pretty much. which is kind of unfortunate because she's like really defeated, and Pod feels bad for her too because like I mean, you know, this is what she's worked towards, like serving somebody worth serving, and then now it's like, oh, well, now I failed them, so I feel bad about myself, my inadequacy to like help pretty much. But yeah, then we cut back to the Jaime part of this story, wherein he is talking to Edmure Tully and is like, hey, listen, get those guys to surrender the castle and I will help you, pretty much. Yeah, he's like, I'll let you live at Casterly Rock with your wife and your kid, and like, you know, all the Tully guys will be allowed to like go north to help out Sansa or go to the Wall, whichever one they want, and you know, like just like I'll be nice to them. And then Edmure's like, dude, fuck you. And Jaime's like, excuse me? And Edmure's like, man, I know exactly what goes on here, okay? You're not fooling me, Lannister, alright? Like, I'm a prisoner, okay? You're not offering me anything. You're just a dick. You don't even have honor. You're just a Kingslayer. And Jaime's like, okay, listen, bitch. I tried to be nice, but here's what's gonna happen now. See, I am going to storm that castle, alright? I'm going to go over the walls, I'm going to kill everybody inside, and I'm going to make you watch. Not only that, but I am going to return your wife and unborn child to you by catapult, okay? I'm going to tear that castle down and make sure that no one even remembers that there was a castle there to begin with, okay? I gave you a freaking out, and you refused it. So A, you can surrender the castle to me, or B, you can watch everybody die. These are your options now. Did you fuck with me? Jaime goddamn Lannister. So, obviously, Edmure just goes in, surrenders the castle, and Jaime, good to his word, actually lets all the Tully guys go. I don't know where they went, but, I mean, like, he let them go. So yeah, I mean, you know, that was pretty much that part. I really enjoyed the conversation between Jaime and Edmure. Like, it was acted well. Nikolai Coster-Waldau and the guy who plays Edmure, Tobias Menzies, both do a really good job sort of playing off each other in that scene. It's like a very like dramatic, high-tension scene. And I mean, it's really well done. Both those actors deserve a lot of credit for the performances that they give. For the last part of this episode, I have to get to Meereen, wherein Tyrion and Missandei, that's her name, and Grey Worm are all sitting around, and it's like, so what do you guys do for fun? It's like, oh my god, we're back at this one again, right? And then here we see them like telling jokes. Missandei's, I actually found it funny, which was basically like, well, you probably know the joke already, so I'm not gonna say it here, but it was the one about the translators. Tyrion's was alright, I guess. I mean, like, it makes sense if you're actually Westerosi, but since that's just a fictional world, I was like, yeah, right. But I liked that Grey Worm didn't necessarily tell a joke. He was more just sarcastic, but or facetious. But like I still found it funny that like that was his joke pretty much. But then the fun times are interrupted by what's it called again? The Wise Masters guys who decide to invade Meereen, and I guess that's gonna play into the next episode because yeah, they are going to be fighting now. And by the way, I am really loving Grey Worm this season. He started off horribly, in my opinion, but like he really has grown on me this season. And I like angry Grey Worm, I think is what I should say, because when Grey Worm is angry, he's funny as hell. This is like, no, you fucked it up. You fucked it up for all of us. We're all dead because of your stupidity, Tyrion. So, like, angry Grey Worm is a lot of fun for me. But yeah, so the Wise Masters start attacking Marine, and they try to prepare defenses, and then all of a sudden, like, they're like, okay, let's go, but then they open the door, and Daenerys is now back in Marine, so I guess she's come to save her friends' asses from the fire with dragon fire. And yeah, that's kind of just where we leave them off. The last plot point, which I think is the poorest written, is the Arya plot, wherein in the last episode we saw Arya get stabbed like a bunch of times in the stomach. In this episode, she goes to that actress woman named Lady Crane and is like, hey, I really need some medical attention. Lady Crane's like, oh wow, how convenient. I just happen to know how to patch up stab wounds because I have a history of dating guys who like to get stabbed. Apparently. I guess. Is that not a thing? Is that really? Alright, screw it. Arya heals like Wolverine? What the hell? Like, she gets all healed up from her stab wounds, and then she starts, like, parkouring through the streets like crazy. I mean, the show literally turns into Assassin's Creed. Because the wave shows up, kills Lady Crane, and then chases Arya out the window, and then starts doing that T-1000 run. And then Arya basically lures the waif into a trap, wherein she's in, like, this singular room with, like, no windows or anything, or no outside lights, and then the waif closes the door. Arya picks up her sword needle, right, which she was given by Jon, cuts the candle, the lights go black, and then Arya murders the waif somehow, apparently, because she did all that blind fighting, and then she goes to Jaqen and is like, by the way, I killed that bitch, so, yeah, I'm out of here. And then Jaqen's like, a girl is no one. She's like, no, a girl is Arya Stark, and a girl is going home, bro. I wasted too much time here. So then she just left. I feel like Jaqen was more or less trying to just save face, like, holy shit, she just killed my only other employee. Like, congratulations, you passed your final test murdering the waif who was, like, your bully, and she's just like, no, I'm leaving. And it's like, oh, okay, bye then. And he just, like, lets her go. Why did we have any of this if it didn't amount to anything? If Jaqen doesn't matter, or, like, any of this assassin training, why would it happen? And yes, I do know what happens in the last episode, and I will talk about that when I review the last episode, but I still don't see how that plays into the overall story, or, again, matters at all. Anyways, this has been my review of episode 8, No One, of season 6 of Game of Thrones. Like the video if you did, I appreciate that very much. Also, like the video if you watched it, because it lets me know that you actually saw it. If you dislike the video, I do not mind, although I would much prefer it if you actually let me know why, because, I mean, you can't always cater to everybody, but if you make your complaint known, then maybe I can try to improve these videos for the next time. Maybe it was a quality issue, maybe you just don't like me in general, in which case I don't know what I can... subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. You can click up at the top if you want to cycle through videos and see past reviews, or if you want to see the next review, which should be coming out a little bit after this one. You can also click below in the description if you want to see, if you want to like cycle through as well if you're on like mobile, because like you can do that now. And yeah. I will see you at the next review, which I will hopefully have up soon. And that's it, I guess. Alright. Take care. Bye.